You good to get started? All right, we'll start the meeting. I was asked by Jana to run the meeting about 30 minutes ago, so we'll go ahead and call meeting order. We've had some time to review the minutes.
I have, I would make a motion to approve the minutes.
Got a motion, can I get a second? Second. A second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we'll move on to new business, League 42 mural, 90% design.
Bella. Okay, come on, y'all, let's go. I'm getting you my text message.
I got your text message.
Okay. So we're so excited to be here today. And we all made it through security and one police were here together. Yay. I'm Ella Monique Backus, and these are youth apprentices that are going to be working on this mural project. So some of these students were recruited through Arts Partners. We went to their school and we asked if there was anybody interested in doing a summer apprenticeship program. Some of these students are way to work students, so they're being paid by the city to participate. And that type of model. I mean, one of these is my children. Guess what's one? You look close. It looks like me. And so that idea of having apprentices that are through the Way to Work program, that's something that we want to continue to do. That model of paying youth to contribute to the city and beautify it and to learn what it means to be a professional artist, that's an exciting concept and idea that our organization would like to continue. So we're going to show you a little bit about this concept for the League 42 mural. Let me see. The location of the mural is on the Umpire Building, just in case you weren't here at the last design council meeting. It's on this blue building. This was at the request of Bob Lutz. The way I became involved with this project was I'm the artist that did the work that are on these panels where you see citizenship and justice. And so at our last meeting, when the first time I presented, we talked about using the font that was used in the League 42 logo. And so Bob helped me get in touch with the graphic designer that did that. And the font is so old, I can't connect it to Adobe Creative Suite anymore. So this is the closest this is his recommendation, is as close as I can get.
It looks good.
Thank you, that's important. So the youth are going to talk about different ones of these mural designs, but basically everything is based on Jackie's 9 values to live by. And so the process that we went through was to look through League 42's photographs, and then they've been vectorized through Illustrator. And then some of them are collage images, but we chose which images of those teams we thought would represent best. And there's also, one of these students is also a player in League 42. So he was really excited about this, about putting his name on the wall. Okay, so this first one, you can see from this corner angle, and then we have some enlarged pictures. So this was the one we chose for citizenship. It's part of something that every team in the league does to be able to, whatever team they want to play, you know, it's at the beginning of the game or the end of the game? The end of the game. And why do you do it? So sportsmanship. So we like this picture for citizenship. So this would be what would be painted. And then, Adriel, you want to talk about this one? Come on now. It's okay. It's a friendly crowd. Say your name and what it is and what it represents. This one.
My name is Adriel, and it's one represents working with other people toward a common goal.
So this is teamwork, and so why did you want to talk about this? How it relates to League 42? You have a moment like this? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this picture we really like because it's joyful and it's kid right here. He's just really excited and celebrating being a part of the team. So that's a value that we want to see move forward. This one is about justice. It's the picture we picked for justice. So this was the day that the statue was unveiled, and Adriel was standing here with the group, pulling this drape off of the statue. And so this is the photograph that we use. So we can, if we want to, include Bob. I have to ask him first if he wants to be in it. But this is how it goes from being a photograph to a vector. This is the other side of the wall, like it's how it looks now. And then these are the ones that we have for courage. And this is the League 42 logo with the added at McAdams Park. And then Jazz will come down. Come on down. Introduce yourself.
My name is Jazz. I'm part of the Way to Work program for the city of Wichita.
Which design did you do?
I did integrity.
And then why did you represent it this way?
I picked these pictures because they look like honest to God players that no matter what you do or no matter what others think, you always can stick to your values. And I chose these three people as Black excellence as well.
All right, awesome, thank you. Okay, so the next one, this is the other side of the building. And then these are the images that we chose. So come on. So this one, so you can say your name and what this represents.
My name is Frankie, and this one represents persistence. Working towards a goal and continuing to move forward even though you face obstacles or barriers. That's how I saw it as.
Okay. And I learned something from Frankie because she was using Procreate and Photoshop and layering stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and then this one, it represents commitment, determination. Determination. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
This one it represents determination, staying focused on a plan even though the path to the end may be different.
Right. And so we like the idea of showing Jackie Robinson and these young people, they have the same posture. It's like, okay, they're modeling after him. Okay, you want to say something else? Excellence. So we definitely want to make sure we represent some girls because they're absolutely girls in League 42. So we picked this picture. And so this to us represents excellence. The last picture, anybody? Okay, I think everybody good. Okay, this one is persistence. This one is determination. Okay. And you can see this child is doing all he can to get that ball. And so then we have a picture of Jackie Robinson as well. So this has already been characterized the way that we would paint it. And then this just gives you kind of like what our concept was, what our timeline is. Our goal is to work on this for the remainder of July, to paint it as a part of this apprenticeship. And then when it's not 100 degrees in August, then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna attach it to the wall. So that's our plan. Do you have any questions for us?
Any questions from the council?
Looks great. Good involvement with kids.
Because you're using the likeness of some of the players,
Mhm.
you have signatures saying that you can do that.
So that, I asked Bob that first before I even dug him. He said everybody, when they join the league, they agree to it because these are from their photographs they have on Facebook.
Okay.
So League 42 holds all the consent from the parent for that. And then the pictures we used of Jackie Robinson are from when we did the images in the plaza. These are the ones that the family owned and manages. So the city has a contract already with these images on it, giving us permission to use this image and likeness at this location.
Great.
Any other questions?
I make a motion, we go ahead and approve 90%.
Motion second, any discussion? Any, in the public have any questions, comments?
Longevity of that material.
Well, it's like if you throw a plastic bottle into a landfill, it never goes away. So, and the good thing about it is it doesn't chip, it doesn't crack like painting directly would. So, and then the paint we use, you know, it has all kinds of stuff in it to stabilize, a lot of pigment. And so this is like the best of both worlds to do it on mural cloth. We don't have to be sweating and about to pass out outside. And then we can do everything without having to go up high on the lift or any of that. And then it has this type of longevity as well. So I've used this material for, I'm gonna tell how old I am if I tell you how long. More than 1 decade, I'll put it like that. And so, yeah, and this is something that I've done with youth a lot. And so it's a way for them to be able to put their hands on the actual thing and paint the actual thing, and then it go in a permanent place. Yeah. Any other questions?
Hearing any, I have a motion second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you very
all.
much.
Thank you.
Great.
All right. Go. Sure. You want me to, right there now?
Last name, first name.
Mhm. Want to do it right here? Oh, okay. Okay.
You're good to move on.
The next item is the proposal to reallocate the remaining art funds from West Street, Harriet Pawnee. Jana, do you want to talk about this one?
I was just informed I'm leading.
Sorry.
So we're on page 24 of your agenda packet, if you're following along. So there's just one suggested change from staff about some budget changes. So there was a previous project at West Street, Harriet Pawnee, that is no longer in process. So we have about $95,000 in what we're calling leftover funding from that project that we are proposing moving it or reallocating it. Thank you, everyone, to libraries for 2026. So I don't recall which year the original project was funded for, but we are hoping to move that funding to libraries next year, specifically to be used for, is it Alfred? Or Alfred Library, which is where Jamie Nix, when she proposed the project originally, wanted to do a sculpture walk or some sort of iconic sculpture out front of that. We do have a donation from artist Paul Foley to help start that project. So we're hoping to reallocate that funding, that leftover funding from a previous project to Alfred Libraries for next year. In the agenda, it just shows up under libraries because it's previous funding. It won't necessarily show up in 2026's budget because it's not technically 2026 funding. But because it is 2% for art funding, we do want Design Council's approval for that or suggestions on where else to put that money. I would just caveat that we have a lot of different projects in the works, so we're hoping to add it to an existing project versus creating a whole new project. That's staff's preference, but of course, the will of Design Council, however you'd like us to proceed. So the recommendation is to approve the reallocation of unused funds to libraries in 2026. Happy to answer any questions, and not to put Councilmember Glasscock on the spot, but I believe you and Jan have been talking about this project as well, and the opportunities it can present, especially for South Wichita, which is not where we have the bulk of our public art in our collection. So we see this as an exciting opportunity to further beautify that area of town.
What did we have assigned funding wise for the Alfred Library initially?
So Alfred was part of the 2025, the 3 branch libraries, Alfred, Angelo, and Rockwell. And that was $150,000 total for those 3 branches. When we allocated that funding for the various art opportunities, Alfred received about $25,000, the least of any of the 3 branches.
And the sculpture walk that you were talking about, was that something that was planned before that budget was set, or was it something that came about subsequent?
After the fact.
And it's an door story walk.
The previous dollars that went into the library were all interior based. $50,000 that you do see in the budget for 2026 for libraries includes Ron Walters as well for the soundboards or those canvas wraps that were also included there. And was there one other, or is it just?
The story walk itself.
And
There was
story
some
walk
funding
itself.
for story.
So not a huge amount of money was allocated for next year. It was what libraries asked for. But this would allow us to really do something special down there.
Can you share a little bit more about the Foley donation?
That was approved by Design Council prior to all of you being on the council. It was a couple of years ago. And Design Council approved the gift. It's a bronze of two youths laying prone, reading a book. And it was just completed at the Foundry within the last 6 months. And so it's going to be placed in the story walk at Alford.
So it was going to be placed regardless of this funding.
This allows us to add additional pieces or perhaps one giant piece, not giant, but one prominent piece at the entrance.
Further questions or discussion? Any comments from the public? And I have a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Okay. Motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, approves. On to item 4. Snow clouds. Selected as the COD Awards, Top 100 Public Arts Project.
Yeah, so just wanted to make all of you aware that the second year in a row, one of our public art projects was selected by CodaWorks as one of the top 100 public art projects internationally. So we're very proud of that. Public voting is open. They have, however, changed the voting criteria. So you have to sign up or log into CodaWorks in order to vote. It's simple and easy to do. I encourage you to do it. I think the deadline is July 11th. But they do have a public choice, people's choice for it. You can vote one time. Yeah.
So Janet, I'm sure we'll send out some additional information. I believe we have a press release going out about it this week as well. You do have to create an account, so that's kind of the annoying part, but it's very easy and we would encourage you to vote for this great new piece in our collection.
What was the piece?
It's voxel clouds. It's the Minecraft inspired jungle gym in LW Cloud Park.
Oh, yeah.
That rings a bell. That we unveiled a month ago.
About a month ago.
And you will be sending an email out to us.
I will.
The next item is the sunrising. But
Yeah, I just wanted to update everyone that last week, the installation of Sun Rising, which was done by Shane Albert and then Norman Lee with Freeside Studio in Houston, Texas, was installed on the north facade of the East Patrol Station on Lincoln between Oliver and Edgemore. And it's a really, I think the artists did a really lovely job, especially with tying in both you know, the work that the police department does, their relationship with the community, and the use of the phyllotaxis pattern as it shifts as the sun moves across is really, really nice. Here are a few installation photos. And as you can see, because of the shapes of the shields, as the sun moves across, it shifts from morning to night. Lighting has not been installed yet, but that is in the works. So it will be lit or just, yeah, it'll be lit during nighttime. And here's a few close-ups so you can see how it's installed.
This location at?
It's at East Patrol Station, which is on Lincoln between Oliver and Edgemore.
To the old Southeast High.
Yeah,
It's a brand new police station that was opened last fall. A brand new site.
yeah, it was open last fall.
Last time is the Public Artist Toolkit launch update.
So the Public Artist Toolkit has launched and it is available on our website, wichita.gov/arts. We are having a learning session for local artists on July 14th at City Arts at 5 o'clock. What else?
Was that in the email that went out?
Sorry, Brett?
Was that in the email that went out?
Is mostly been created to be a digital platform. If you remember when Jenny then was here presenting on it, it's really meant to be mobile friendly, online friendly. Because of some of the budgeting that we have left over available, we're going to be doing a limited print run of physical copies as well. So we will have that if anyone's interested in a copy, more than welcome to get it to all the design council members. We're really excited for this project and we think the timing is perfect to align with the current call for artists that we have out for the downtown pedestal project to really use this as an opportunity to promote local artists, emerging artists who've been interested in dabbling in public art but not sure where to start. We hope that this is perfect timing to really thread that needle between the project and the toolkit.
That's everything on the agenda.
I, of course, have one more as may arise because that's who I am. We do have a ribbon cutting for Proc Wetlands this Friday at 9 a.m. We have several works by Conrad Snyder going into that wetlands project that were installed last month. So we'll send an email about that too, but this Friday. Proc Wetlands, it's Northwest Wichita.
I'll measure. Yeah.
Close to
Twin
that,
Edge
yes,
Maze.
yes, thank you. And I think with the recent rains, it's actually quite beautiful out there right now. I know when we installed it, I was just like, this kind of looks strange without like wetlands that aren't wet. But the recent rains have actually made it really stunning. The pillars that Conrad's designed are quite stunning. So it'll be great, but this Friday at 9 a.m. We'll send an email confirming that. 9 o'clock in the calendar. We have a moment and we've struggled to have the full body of design council present, and we know it's a Monday after a holiday weekend. Just want to pose it to the group. If you are interested in rescheduling this meeting to not a Monday morning, we would be open to entertaining that to whatever scheduling would work best for design council. We technically have 11 members. We haven't had more than 5 or 6 in a while. So we just want to make sure that we're accommodating to have the full body with vibrant discussion as much as possible. So open to changing the schedule, or if you want to stick with that as is, we can.
You're probably asking the wrong group.
I know, you're the ones that,
You're the one.
we don't have any chronic absentees necessarily, but definitely not a direction we want to go in either. So we know summer scheduling is tough. So these last couple of months, maybe just people are coming and going, but at least wanted to post.
I'm open. It is a bit of a challenge for me, especially going into the presidency at Rotary and that being
Tight.
on top of this. So see,
But I'm flexible. I like mornings in general, but I could see how Mondays can run into a long weekend. Scheduling.
Well, then
I
not
need to put out a survey to the.
can. We'll send out an email about that too. Sorry, Jana. But we know we've been missing a handful of people, and the Monday morning scramble to make sure we have quorum. We want to respect everyone's time and make sure it works for everybody too. So, and I think that's it.
Okay. With that, is there any final comments for the group? Not hearing any.
Motion to adjourn.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Yeah, that, gosh.